Rome had risen from being an Italian city-state to a Mediterranean superpower. It was a republic led by an elected Senate. But the republic's success on the battlefield gave rise to a new breed of powerful generals. Foremost amongst them, Julius Caesar. Caesar took on the republic, but while many people adored him, Rome's powerful elite saw only the rise of a tyrant. And on the Ides of March, a conspiring group of senators, led by Brutus and Cassius, stabbed Julius Caesar to death. The assassination of Julius Caesar, which happened right here, didn't solve anything. There was to be no return to the golden age of the Republic. But in order to try to prevent more anarchy, more violence, an uneasy truce was declared between the two factions, with Caesar's assassins on one side and Caesar's supporters on the other. Then, into that delicate balance of power stepped an enigmatic outsider, the 18-year-old great-nephew of Caesar, Augustus, or as he was still called then, Octavian. In his way was Mark Antony, a hard-partying, charismatic and brilliant general. As one of Julius Caesar's favoured deputies, he'd been given Octavian's promised fortune for safekeeping.
I learned recently Julius Caesar deposited a great deal of money in titles with his trusted friend, you, Mark Antony, to hold until I was of a suitable age to acquire them.
Come back when you are older, then.
I'm 18 and ready to perform the duties as set out in Caesar's will. I can assure you, and my friends can attest to my maturity.
You're clearly out of your mind and lack good judgment and decent friends, or you would not take up such a crushing burden in the succession of Caesar.
Please appreciate, although this approach is made respectfully, it is not a childish request.
Maybe I should bend over this table and let you have me.
No, my intention is to befriend you.
Get out. Get out now! Now!
I offered my hand in friendship. Never again. He's crazy. Somebody told me I was insane.
The young Octavian knew that in order to force Mark Antony to hand over Caesar's estate, he'd need allies. Men on the inside who understood how Rome's politics worked. And so he approached Marcus Tullius Cicero, a respected statesman, the most renowned public speaker in Rome, and conveniently, an outspoken critic of Mark Antony. Wielding his enormous influence in the Senate, Cicero ground Antony down until he had no choice but to release the money that Caesar had left to this young upstart. Octavian now had cash, and he planned to use it to take on Mark Antony.
This is a defining moment because it means that he can now bring people into his entourage, he can confer favours, he can fix things for people, but most importantly of all, it means that he can pay troops. There's no earthly reason why you would sign up to follow a 20-year-old unless you actually believe that he had the money to pay the soldiers' wages.
With Octavian's private army in the wings, Cicero continued his attacks on Mark Antony, and in 43 BC, he finally persuaded the Senate to declare him a public enemy. With this mandate, and knowing it would increase his status in Rome, Octavian was happy to pose as the Senate's champion. He took his new army and marched off to bring Antony to heel. Rome was being dragged into a destructive civil war. A former lover of Julius Caesar, Queen Cleopatra understood the value of an alliance with those who held power in Rome.
When do the guards leave?
When I tell them to.
So tell them.
Patience is a virtue.
We have many other virtues I'm sure will satisfy you more.
The last man to demonstrate such virtues made many promises, and when he got what my queen promised him, he reneged.
Sit with me.
I make my best promises in private, but keep them in public.
We know you have many debts that you wish the queen to clear for you.
I can give you much more than you need. However happy you make me, I guarantee I will make you happier.
This was the beginning of an extraordinary romance. And in Cleopatra, Antony had secured the allegiance of someone with the wealth and resources to help him expand the empire.
But Cleopatra wanted something in return. Her affair with Julius Caesar had produced a son, and she was determined that the boy should be recognised as Caesar's heir. To get her way, she used all the sensuous splendour of the East to dazzle Antony, as well as her own significant charms. She was obviously incredibly sexy, but she was also witty and super smart. She loved maths and philosophy and spoke a huge number of languages. Antony was almost immediately besotted. It was almost too easy. The two formed a powerful personal and political alliance. Antony and Cleopatra became the ancient world's ultimate power couple.
To declare Caesarion, the son of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, the true heir to the rule of Rome, Antony was directly opposing Octavian's claim to power. This was Antony's strategy, but his mistake was to agree to put this plan in writing. As Octavian sent his men to steal Mark Antony's will from the Temple of the Vestal Virgins, set in train his final bid for power.
I, Mark Antony, declare that my wish upon my death is to be buried next to my one true love, Cleopatra, in the beautiful city of Alexandria. The stories are true. We all know countless examples of Cleopatra's sexual conquests. The warnings have always been there, like children's stories, and Mark Antony is no less vulnerable. My fellow senators, it is with a heavy heart that I come to you today to inform you of the hurtful intentions of Mark Antony. Here is the final proof that he has been corrupted by the great seductress of Egypt. But do not think all is lost. Are we not still standing? Are we not still united? Are we not still Rome? Alexandria is no more the new Rome than that vile woman's son is the new Caesar!
Romans were now in no doubt of Antony's treachery.
This was a massive political gamble for Octavian, but we're told that the Senate and the people of Rome were so appalled, so outraged by what they learned of Antony's will, that Octavian's own bad behaviour just paled into insignificance.
The gamble of reading the will to the Senate had paid off, and they gave him full support. Octavian knew this was his chance to become sole ruler. 31 BC, off Actium in Greece, Octavian took on Mark Antony for the last time in one of the greatest naval battles in Rome's history. But for reasons that are still unclear, Mark Antony fled with his lover Cleopatra and their joint forces while the battle was still raging. They retreated to Alexandria. With Octavian's forces closing in, Antony chose death over the humiliation of being taken alive. With her lover gone and fearing capture, Cleopatra followed in suicide.